James, welcome back into Golf Tech in Irvine, man. Really good job from our evaluation and doing the things that we talked about. So we talked about tilting the shoulders more to the right, which you're doing a beautiful job of there. And this is going to help us align the plane to swing it shallower and actually help us deliver the club with the appropriate amount of dynamic loft. So we've been talking a lot about how to hit the golf ball, and we want to hit down on it, but we want to make sure that we're in a position that I'm not keeping my shoulders too level where I'm going to be almost de-lofting the club. We're going to do that some, so we want to get our body set in a position where when I de-loft it, I'm still going to get some of that lift. So that's what you're doing right here. The other thing that we talked about, moving you slightly farther away from the golf ball and bending more from the hips and shoulders. Beautiful. All right, so the big thing that I want to focus on today, and we started chatting about it a little bit, was this left foot, right? And so we've got to think of this as a post, right? Yeah. So this is our solid base, right? For everybody, and especially for you, right? So as we watch a guy like Hunter Mahan here, beautiful action, I want you to focus on kind of what his knee does, right? So we're going to circle his kneecap, and we're going to put a line off of his right hip. And so as he starts turning, you know, he's flexing the left knee. It does kind of move back a little bit, but only because his hips are turning. So you see how this is what we call a centered pivot. So he's turning around a stable axis, right? So the knee will flex in a little bit, but notice that left foot is firmly planted in the ground, okay? And so what we'll see here is you tend to kind of just lift that left leg just a little bit, and so we lose just a little bit of contact with the turf. And so we talked a little about how do we create that ground force reaction. So some things that you're doing well, you're turning absolutely beautifully. I love the hip and shoulder turn. That's going to help us create some speed. And then as you're coming down, now you're able to kind of shift into that left side and get that club really traveling on a nice downward action there. Right, we hit that one a little bit off the toe. So really what I want to focus on today is just keeping that left foot nice and grounded. You should, based on the path that you're swinging the club on, you should see some more draws, which you should be seeing out there. And that's based on a change in the posture and then the path that we're swinging the club on. So if we can focus on allowing that left knee to kind of work almost in and down this way a little bit like we see with Hunter, that's going to help you really press into the ground, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, good.